Starvo card.
Oh, you're talking about his hero?
Yeah, his hero has mad reflection on it.
Maybe from this thing. Why do we have
Caleb.
this again? Huh?
Caleb.
With a K?
With a C, like a normal person.
C-A-L-E-B?
Yes, sir. Unless I'm at the drive-thru. At that point, I just respond to Kevin.
I keep on telling my wife the same thing too. Whenever they say name, she want to say Omaida. I'm just like, babe, no, just give him Yachty. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, seriously. Like,
And she keeps on saying, well, that's my name. And I was just like, and then when she...
That's my name.
No, and then when she drives up, and then whenever they butcher her name, then she complains. I'm just like, babe, no, you did it to yourself, man.
Yep. No, they did not put any money into that speaker system.
All right, so you already got it going?
Yeah.
All right, I guess I'm going to go ahead and get my spill.
I mean,
Nah, yeah, I'm good right here. Yo, what's happening, guys? This is... Oh, hold on. You got... I think you got... Yeah, I think you might have this a little bit too... Unless I'm just too close to it. But what's happening, guys? This is Spectral here, and we're going to go ahead and play a game for you guys. It's going to be Flesh and Blood, and hopefully you guys are having a wonderful time at home. Thank you for tuning in and taking the time to watch this. I am PR Sign. I normally commentate for other card games at Spectral, but for now, until we can try to get Flesh and Blood firing a little bit more frequently here on Thursdays, right now it's just going to be recreational. So yeah, it's Flesh and Blood every Thursday, 7 p.m. And right now for you guys, entertainment, we have Bravo being played by Chris. And he actually has been starting to learn the game a little bit more. And then we have Briar being played by Caleb. And so I don't know if you guys want me to go ahead and just commentate this as you guys are playing it, or if you guys are just going to go ahead and call out your moves.
no, yeah. You can call it up the moves.
Oh, you want me to call out? Or you can call out?
I'm fine with commentating.
Hey, yeah, all right. Well, we're going to go ahead
You got the voice for radio here.
we're going to go ahead and
So you
commentate this a
swing
little
for
bit.
4? No fusion.
So right now it looks like Starvo is going to go ahead and start off turn 1 by swinging in with that icy hammer. But luckily he did not pitch an ice. So So this effect right here of the winter hammers, the winter wall, and you'll pitch a card. The action, in order to do the action, you have to pitch a card and have 3 resources available. The card comes out, and then if you pitched an ice, if it were to hit, your opponent actually would accrue a frostbite. Very, very annoying mechanic. So he's going to go ahead and block for 3. However, he is going to be taking 1 damage. And so with the 1 damage, he would accrue an ice, a frostbite, but he did not pitch an ice. So he's only just going to take the 1. Now, remember, guys, playing Flesh and Blood, you actually draw at the end of the turn. And so once the Starvo player ended up finishing his turn, he drew for passing the turn. And now Caleb right now, the only reason why Caleb drew cards is because it was the very first turn. The very first turn, in order to balance out the game, both players draw at the end of the very first turn. So right now, it looks like Caleb is looking to see what he has in his hand here to try to do as much damage as possible. We do also know that Starvo actually has an ability to where if he reveals a lightning, ice, and earth cards in his hand, the next attack action card gains +2, go again, and dominate. He's going to be playing Barmal Spark, and it looks like it is going to be
No fusion?
an action. He declares no fusion.
And with Scar for a Scar, 1 arcane, 4 physical.
Ooh, so he's already going to deal 1 arcane damage, which is actually going to be unblockable in this scenario because Chris does not have the equipment in order to block it. So he's going to be taking 1, and then 4 physical is going to be coming at him. Now, whenever he blocks... Hey, what's happening, player? So, whenever he swings, in order for Chris to block, he has to block from his hand. And then each card, maximum amount of points that we have defensively for blocking, defense is going to be 3 points. So it looks like Chris is going to be doing his move that he always does every turn, the Crown of Seeds. So what he's doing is using his helmet, and it's going to be the Crown of Seeds. So he pitches resource in order to activate Crown of Seeds. He takes a card that's in his arsenal, and he bottom decks it to draw a card, and it prevents 1 damage. Then, of course, what he's going to do is he's going to use the shield, so he's going to use another resource, and he's going to defend. So he's blocking 2 right now, so he'll be taking 2 damage. The 2 damage is going to go through, and Chris right now is at 37 life. Caleb is at 39 life. It looks like we got a pitch. And he's pitching. Ooh. He's playing Incantation. So he pitches resources. So he pitches for 3. However, the card is going to cost 1. So what happens is, at the beginning of every turn, he's going to remove a marker, and then he's going to create a rune chant. So the thing is, with Caleb's ability right here with his weapon, because he's played an action card and an attack action card this turn, he actually can do 2 arcane damage to his opponent, and then of course the attack actually does 2 physical as well. So 2 arcane and 2 physical going in right there. Caleb right now is at 39 life. We have Chris at 33 life. Look at that right here. We actually got to commentate this game right here. This is PR Sign. This is your hype on the mic. Your hype boy. Caleb's going to go ahead and draw, signifying passing the turn. And now we have Chris is looking at his cards in his hand, because it's at the beginning of the turn he has to do the reveal. Ooh. He's going to be pitching 7. He's going to be playing Cripple Crush. This is going to be the specialization of Bravo. So this card right now would be amazing if it's paired with the ability of the leader to have +2 dominant and go again. However, this is just going to be raw. It's going to be 11 damage. If 4 or more damage goes through, his opponent gets to discard 2 randomly. So this is quite a lot. And for you guys that don't understand what the specialization is for Flesh and Blood, specialization is a card that can only be utilized with a specific hero. And of course, you can only have 3 copies of those specializations. Now, if the specialization is legendary, of course, then you can only have 1 copy of it. So right now, Caleb is looking at his equipment too, because yes, you can actually block with your equipment as well. Just remember, there are different type of equipments. There's equipments in which are destroyed as soon as you use them. There's equipment that actually have battle worn, and so they're gonna defend for a certain amount of damage, and then every time you use it, it's gonna reduce the amount of damage you can defend. And then of course there's taper having the same ability as battle worn. However, when the equipment goes to 0, it's destroyed. When you got battle worn, the equipment is never destroyed. It just, you can't block for anything. So Caleb is dropping 3 cards in order to block 9 damage, which means he will be taking 3. And it looks like that's going to signify the end of the turn. So all the cards go to the drop area, and then we got Chris is going to draw his cards. Now Caleb, since he actually defended with 3 cards, he cannot draw. He draws at the end of the turn, and so we're going to see if he what he does this turn. So he reduces the markers of the card in order to gain a rune chant. So whenever he actually does an action, the rune chants will pop off and they'll deal arcane damage to his opponent. And that can be very devastating, especially when it comes to Viscerai. He's going to go ahead and pop his gloves in order to create 2 more rune chants. So right now he has 3 rune chants in the back line that at any moment can deal 3 arcane damage to his opponent. And since his opponent actually does not have equipment that can protect against it, he will be taking a guaranteed 3. Ooh, there you go. So he's going to go ahead and pitch resources to throw the sword out. And since an action was played, 3 arcane damage is going to be dealt to Chris. 3 arcane damage is dealt, and we got 2 physical damage coming in with the sword. Oh, wow, I didn't think he actually could do something with only 1 card, but look at that. He was able to do some damage. Now he's going to go ahead and draw 4 cards, signifying the end of his turn. He's going to go ahead and re-up. Again, guys, I appreciate you for watching. This is Flesh and Blood here at Spectral, where not only you can play tournaments, but you can also get your electronics fixed, whether it be consoles, whether it be phones, whether it be iPads, you name it. Come in, get yourself a quote. Wow, he actually saw a second copy of Crippling Crush. He pitches 3 cards from his hand to play. That's going to be 11 damage raw. He didn't reveal Ice, Lightning, or Earth, but 11 damage is still a lot. That's going to be a lot of cards out of his hand. There he goes. He blocks 3 cards out of his hand right there. And then Chris is going to re-up, which signifies the end of his turn. And now we got Caleb is going to start this turn again with 1 card in hand. However, he was able to deal quite a bit of damage last turn, even with the 1 card. He's going to go ahead and reduce a marker. That's going to allow him to create a Rune Chant. Rune Chant's going to be online, so now all he has to do is... Oh, he's going to go ahead and Arsenal, so he's not going to actually play an action or anything this turn. So he's going to Arsenal, put a card in his back line, and then pass the turn. And so for you guys that don't know, Arsenal is you can actually save a card from your hand at the end of your turn, and that card can be played from that point on out. However, you cannot pitch the card in your arsenal for resources. Oh, he's going to go ahead and play an Evergreen. So he pitches for 3 resources, plays an Evergreen, and he's going in for 7. 7 damage right there. Unfortunately, he was not able to reveal the Lightning, Earth, and Ice in order to gain the +2 dominant and go again. See, that's the thing with Starvo. Either you're on or you're off. Bravo. He's looking at his hand to see what he can do. For you guys that are watching right now, it's a very good mechanic. I got into Flesh and Blood a while back, and it kind of reminds me of Magic in the sense that if you swing in with a certain card, you can't block with that card. So here, if you block with a card from your hand, that's 1 less card that you have in order to play your following turn. Another thing that's very unique about this game is that you start off with equipment. Of course, just like in a battle, you have a head equipment, you have chest piece, you have gloves, a type of gauntlet, and then of course you have boots. And you can use those for different type of effects throughout the game. And also, if you need to, if they do have defensive points, you can actually defend with those equipment. And of course, depending on the type of equipment you have, will determine what other effects it gains by defending. Right now we have Chris at 28 lives. Caleb is going to be at 31 lives. So right now, life advantage is going to be at Caleb. But there's been plenty of games that I've been played / seen where the life advantage sometimes do not mean too much, especially when you play against Viserai. Oh my goodness. I can't tell you how many times I played against Viserai, and they literally just steamrolled me with all them tokens and just popping all the rune chants. Man. Okay, so at the start of this turn, he's going to go ahead and remove the final token, and that's going to give him a Rune Chant. So now he has 2 Rune Chants in the back line here. And so with anything that he does, it's going to pop those 2 Rune Chants. It's going to be a guaranteed 2 damage happening there. And depending on what he... Oh, he's going to pitch. We're going to see if he actually swings in, do an attack. I like the dice that they're using too. It's pretty nice dice. That way you got to keep track of the resources you have still floating, the resource that you're using. Oh, that's right. He's technically playing with 5 cards this turn because he does have a card in Arsenal. Ooh. He's going to go ahead and play Rites of Lightning. Because he did fuse, he's actually going to be dealing arcane damage. So it looks like he's going to be dealing 1 arcane damage, and now he's going to be doing 3 physical. So 1 arcane damage that he could not. But of course, he does have to pop the rune chants that are in the back line. Unless you can choose. I don't know if you can choose the rune chants. Okay, there you go. I think it is. I think it is mandatory. The first card that's played, the rune chants are popped. So that's going to be an extra 2 arcane damage that's going to be dealt to Chris that he cannot prevent. My goodness, he's taking some damage really fast. Total of 6 damage right there he took. Caleb still has 2.
Sorry, no, I got lost in my own head there.
Okay, so too bad.
Backtrack.
But too bad. Wait, I was like, you can attack on my turn.
Oh,
Hold on,
JK,
hold on.
JK, guys. JK.
It looks like there was a discrepancy in the turns.
Mr.
You-
Frank. Hey, so that's what's coming at you.
No, I know. Now I know what's happening.
No, I'm gonna take 7.
You're gonna take the 7?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now I see.
Okay, so okay, I think we're back on track right here. We're back on track.
Oh, I'm just gonna repeat that real quick.
Here we go. So Chris is looking at what he has in hand right there. I'm still trying to I'm still trying to figure out what went on here. But no, I think we're back on track right now. So Chris right now has 28 lives, and we got Caleb with 24 lives. But I mean, Caleb pretty much played his turn outright. So he's gonna go ahead, and I think he's gonna play the same thing. All right, there we go. Activate it. Remove. Rune chant. He's gonna go ahead and swing in, and of course he's gonna fuse it. So swing and fuse, and it's gonna deal.
1 arcane from the initial fusion.
So yeah, so he fuses it, deals 1 arcane. Rune chants are gonna pop. That's gonna be 2 arcane damage that's coming in. So 3 arcane damage total and 3 physical. There he goes. This is I'm gonna call this the Chris move right here. This is the Chris special, where he loves doing that. He's gonna put the arsenal under at the bottom of his deck. He's going to draw a card due to the Crown of Seeds, and then he's gonna go ahead and block. So that's 2 damage he's blocking right now. However, he needs to pull 1 card from hand, unless he's gonna take the 1 damage. Okay, so it looks like he might be taking the 1 damage. Caleb still has 2 cards in hand and 1 card in the back line. That was an attack right there. I don't believe it has go again. Remember?
I did gain go again for the 1 arcane damage.
For showing.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Dealing 1 arcane.
Oh, dealing with
If it's because it was fused and I dealt the arcane damage, and the arcane damage went through.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so it does look like this card does have go again. So the effect of this card is whenever it is fused, deal an arcane damage. If the arcane damage goes through, then it gains go again.
Attack action card you control hits this turn. If its attack is greater than its base attack, draw a card.
So it looks like now,
Fused, your next attack.
first he was going to be playing an attack. He's an attack action card. Now he's going to be playing an action card. Now this is going to go ahead and proc the thorns, his weapon. So because he played an action card and an attack action card, he's not only going to be dealing 2 physical damage, but he's going to be dealing 2 arcane damage as well.
Because it's playing coming from the arsenal as well.
Ooh, nice.
Plays from arsenal, it gains go again, coming at you for 4 physical.
Ooh. So he's going to play this card from Arsenal. It's going to be 4 physical, and it does have the keyword, or I say keyword skill. It does have go again. So he's going to go ahead and block for 2.
Oh, sorry. I have an attack reaction to that.
That looks. Ooh, what?
Leave lightning?
Ooh, we have an attack reaction here.
That's not a reaction.
Oh, never mind.
Nope, I messed up on that.
Alright, I guess Caleb thought that he had an attack reaction in hand in order to try to enhance the attack that he had on the chain.
I will spend 1 floating resource.
There he goes.
For Rosetta Stone.
He's going to be playing the Thorn.
2 arcane.
So 2 arcane damage is going to go through because he did play an attack action and or an attack action and an action card. 2 arcanes going through, 2 physical, and
I'll arsenal that.
ooh, he's going to go ahead and arsenal 1 card. Pass turn, so he's going to go ahead and re-up. And it looks like, I mean, my personal opinion is, or my experience is, whenever Bravo, whenever Bravo doesn't block, that's because they have all the elements in hand. So whenever you reveal the earth, lightning, and ice, that means that the next attack is going to have dominant, is going to have +2 attack, and it's going to have go again. And if you don't know what the keyword skill is, dominant means that you can only block with 1 card from hand.